They ingested some edibles, and it made their prunes taste incredible. It's a story of a card-playing mama and brownies made with marijuana. Yeah, they wanted some sugar and fat and ended up higher than cat. Police in South Dakota were called to a local community center after a group of senior citizens accidentally ate pot brownies. And I guarantee that call came from a landline. According to reports, the seniors were enjoying a game of cards when one woman shared what she thought were ordinary homemade brownies prepared by her son. Then they really started enjoying that game of cards. Good thing they didn't play strip poker. Naked seniors look like they're wearing corduroy. An ageist might say. Authorities arrived on the scene to find everyone under the influence, and this time it wasn't the influence of Relief Factor. Turns out the brownies weren't the only thing that got baked that day. There was such an uproar, dinner had to be moved back to 4:30. Police arrested the woman's adult son, who said he had made the brownies the day before using a half pound of THC-laced butter. Wow, that's more than I used to lubricate my wetsuit. His 73-year-old mom then inadvertently took them to her card game. Yeah, inadvertently. Yeah, she gave those seniors the munchies. Now she's selling cottage cheese for $8 a bowl. That's what they eat. Tammy, you're an expert on this, aren't you? Edibles.
I'm not. I tried the marijuana.
You tried the marijuana?
I tried the marijuana, and it made me it made me dumb and not thinking, and it made me want to eat Twinkies all day long. Yeah. And that's also not a good look. But I did date a man when I was in my late 20s who was known as the chef in Los Angeles. And he did the edible stuff, and he was like, he began the entire craze. And he had labels of himself in a chef's hat. Yeah. And for some, he was high a lot of the time. I think he didn't realize that when the police, they then had a picture of him. Yeah. And they had the label, and they knew who the chef was. And he eventually was arrested. But yeah, it was not my deal.
Is he okay now?
Yeah, he's an arsonist.
I have no idea. I'm sure he's the head of some company or.
Are we just going to aside the fact
he was an entrepreneur?
Are we just going to aside the fact that Tammy Bruce was in season 2 of Narcos? We're just going to roll on as if that didn't happen.
How great was this police call though for the cops? I mean, it's like that must have been the funnest call they've ever been to, Jimmy. They show up. It's like the Golden Girls meets, the cast of Hair. I don't know.
Hello, officer. My grandma's listening to Dark Side of the Moon. Yes. Right now. Yes. Like, I want to know how they knew they were stoned when they drove away. Because, as a longtime cab driver, spent a lot of time on the road. Most people that are 80 years old are already doing 4 miles an hour with a blinker on the whole time. So what was the tell? But I think that. The kid is not, I don't think, the criminal here, because the kid made the brownies. The kid didn't bring him in. In some capacity, it's the mom. Right. But what no one's actually talking about is whether they enjoyed it. We didn't hear hospitalization. We didn't hear panic attack. To your point, it's probably the best game of their life.
Also,
I thought I agreed with you at first.
Okay.
Because the mom stole the brownies. She stole them from the kid. She didn't even ask. So it's totally your fault. And this guy didn't do anything wrong. And but then I found out that this guy is a high school choir director. I think all of them should be incarcerated.
High school choir.
You ever met a high school choir director that's even tolerable to be around?
I hated our high school choir.
He was awful. Of course, because he was a high school choir director.
Yes. I couldn't stand him so much that I Googled his name, and I still can't find anything about him. And I'm not going to say his name on the air. Father Joe. Lee. Lee. We have to remind ourselves that if you were 20 in 1964, right now you'd be 77. So it could be that these people understand pot, right? Because they were in the 60s and the 70s,
so
right?
Here's a totally different take that we have to consider here. Is that I was taking the train into the city today, and I was reading this new study that came out that says that cannabis compounds actually helps possibly to prevent COVID.
Yes.
So maybe this kid is like a modern day Robin Hood in South Dakota, and he was helping these seniors fight COVID. We have to consider all of the possible theories here as well. Possibly maybe the scientists were a little high when they were coming out with this study that they had. But if this is true, because there's so much controversy and friction in this country as we're talking about mask mandates and vaccine mandates. if you had a universal pot mandate to cure COVID, I think that this would bring everybody together in this country in a very unifying way with a lot of harmony.
I like that solution. The one thing I don't like about is I never understood pot brownies. Like, do you really need to save time by combining the drug that causes munchies with the solution for munchies?
Well, that's what I was just going to say.
Yeah.
Under this plan, we've gone from 15 days to flatten the curve to 15 seconds to flatten a bag of Doritos.
Yes.
It would catch on. I actually think it would work. I think I stick with you on this. You're the new Fauci.
Yeah.
Throw my weight behind Zelda.
No. Please don't.
All right. We got
endorsed
Jimmy's
you.
a comedian.
We got to move on to this very important topic. Up next, when you're home alone, do you watch stuff your spouse won't condone? I do.